All right, guys, it's the weekend. There's a little like test and tune at Summer Duck, so we are going to go up there today so we can get some times to see what this thing's doing. We also changed up a little bit on the truck. We got some Viking shocks for the rear, same part number as the one we got for the S10. That gives us a little bit more adjustability. And then Dad's got some new injectors, so we're gonna lower it down, go ahead and change out to these new injectors, and then we'll get the truck loaded up and see what kind of passes we can get. As for the back pressure issue, you know, we have a few ideas to try to determine where exactly we are getting a lot of back pressure, but at the end of the day, it's just a log system. So I think this winter, when the season's over, we'll come up with a different idea and the truck might get some changes. But all right, so we're gonna go ahead and follow the chart of what Viking sent for the rear. This is rebound knob, 900 plus horsepower, 12 to 18 clicks. And then for, what does C stand for?
C is going to be
Compression?
and then I guess R would be rebound, right?
Okay, yeah, so it'd be compression, so it's 2 to 6 clicks. So we're gonna go ahead and get that set up. And we'll see, when we get to the track, we'll make a little bit more adjustment if need be.
Compression and rebound.
Yeah, compression, rebound.
So we need to slow that compression up because we want it as stiff as possible.
Yeah, we need the rear stiff. So we'll get these adjusted. We'll see how they do. I'm trying to get some slow-mo video of the rear tires and then some slow-mo video of the front tires. That way we can just get a good idea of what everything's doing. So we'll get these adjusted, set them down for now, and then we'll start getting the injectors in. So we are gonna change out this fuel filter right here. We have been having some injectors being clogged. This is 100 micron. I'll break it down for y'all so you'll know. So this line right here is for the two 525s in the fuel cell or fuel tank. And then this fuel pump, 750 fuel pump, wires into it too. They both go to this filter. It also has a filter here before the inline fuel pump, and then of course the basket has its own screen on it. This is 100 micron. We're gonna go ahead and replace this with a 10 micron and see how that does, if it affects any fueling issue or if it does fix the injectors being clogged or getting trash in them. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, and then we'll go ahead and replace the injectors too. All right, new fuel filter is in. We're gonna go ahead and, do you wanna do the CV axle or do you wanna just do injectors?
I'm just going to do the injectors and then I'll do the CV axle and the rest of the stuff before truck wars.
Yep, because next week, and let's see, what day are we in March?
Truck wars. So right now we're on the second.
So no, first week of March.
Yeah.
So we have a test and tune here for Summer Duck, and then Summer Duck is having another test and tune that Friday night, and then Truck Wars or Truck Fest is the 9th. So we'll change the oil, change new plugs, spark plugs in it, and we'll go from there. All right, got the new injectors installed. It took like an hour. Got everything loaded up. We're gonna go ahead and get everything strapped down. Let the dog use the bathroom real quick, and then we'll hit the road. We gotta stop in get some E85, and I think we'll be good from there. We'll see y'all at the track. Summer Duck test and tune before the weekend before the Truck Wars. We're gonna go ahead and make a few test passes, see what times we're gonna get. We're not gonna tell y'all what times we run, but it is a prep track, and we'll see how the truck gets down. So we're gonna go ahead and make the first test pass and see how that does. All right, so first test pass is done. It popped for some reason. We looked at the data log. We don't know if it hit boost cut, and we don't know if it hit rev limiter. So just to be on the safe side, we did change rev limiter and change the shift point for the air shifter. So we're gonna make another test pass, see how that does, and then go from there. So this is what, second pass? Yeah, second pass. Or
this will be the third pass.
This will be the third pass. Just did the second pass.
First pass went out, and I don't know actually what happened. I'm gonna have to send the tune in the log to Trevor, but it just went out and like almost like it hit the rev limiter or something. It just popped, and I let off and came back to the pits and basically looked at the log and couldn't really see anything that was standing out. So I just basically reloaded the tune back in and then did a throttle body relearn, and then made a couple changes to the tune, boost wise and rev limiter wise, and then we went out and made a pass, and it went the fastest the truck has ever been. So that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
So
there's still more to gain.
Yeah, there's still more to go.
Yeah.
I just made some changes, trying to ramp the boost in a little bit sooner to cut down my 60-foot time. But you guys got to remember, this truck weighs 4,500 pounds, so it takes a lot to get this thing to move.
And we don't want to break a CV axle or anything like that.
Yeah, so it's planting the tire pretty daggone hard.
Yeah, we took I took a little bit of on the Viking shocks. I went less compression, I guess it would be. Softer, I just went 2 clicks, so it's at 5 or 4 now. So 4, instead of, it's 2 to 6, but it's at 4. So maybe that'll help it keep the back end squatted down, the front end lifted, because it did look like it kind of just went down and then came right back up. So, but we're gonna make third pass, and we'll see if we can get into the time we want to be in.
Yep.
Hopefully.
We're so close. We're right there. It's like a hair.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens.
All right. So on that pass, we tried the left lane. That didn't work out in our favor. We also swapped the shocks back to the setting that we had originally. We added 1 pound to the launch, and then we transferred learn for the fueling, learn to base. So that's transferred over. But other than that, we didn't make much changes. We're just gonna try to make another run and see if we can get to that target time we want.
All right, so got the truck back in the shop. We were at Summer Duck on Saturday making some test passes, and the last pass I made, going back to the pits, the motor just didn't sound right. I knew something wasn't exactly right, so got back to the pits, looked at the data log, couldn't see anything on the data log. But the engine was actually missing, and you know, it was hot, so I just popped the hood, looked at the spark plug wires, made sure they were on, and they were on. So what I did was just decided, hey, let me load this thing up, get it home, and do some research and try to figure out what was going on. So started it up, put the temperature gauge on the exhaust manifolds, and figured out that cylinder 5 was not firing. So pulled the spark plug. It looked perfect, nothing wrong with that. Checked for spark, had spark. So decided to pull the valve cover off, and sure enough, I saw the rocker arm actually laying there. I removed it, but it pulled the threads out of the actual head for the rocker arm, and then the push rod was just laying in the hole. So I've contacted Smetting Performance to see what their thought is on that. If you look here, you can kind of see that only like 6 threads maybe were in there, and I don't know if I can actually install a longer bolt. I contacted them today, or left a voicemail and shot them an email, so I'm hoping they'll give me a call and we can figure out where to go from here, because I've got Truck Wars this Saturday that I really want to make. So we'll see what happens, but I will get it fixed one way or the other. So I'll bring you guys back once we get it fixed. All right, truck's back together. I'm just going to let you guys know what I did was I actually did not tap and helicoil the hole. What I found out is, after talking to Smetting Performance, they use a 50, I believe it was a 50 millimeter long socket head cap screw, 8 by 125. So I ordered some from work that are 55 millimeters long and put those in there. They did not bottom out, so I think everything's going to be good. I've got the CO2 tank out, getting ready to put that in the freezer so I can get that filled tomorrow. Put a new axle in the passenger side. Just went through the truck, made sure everything was good. I had an exhaust gasket that was blown out, and I'm sure that's because of so much back pressure. But everything's marked off on the board, so we should be good to go. Valve cover gaskets are done too. I've got 2 sets of plugs to take with us to test and tune on Friday, which is tomorrow at Summer Duck. And then they've moved the race to Sunday. That is Truck Wars. So we're looking forward to that, but the truck's ready to go. So I guess the next time you see us, we'll be at Summer Duck. Thanks again.
Alright guys, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. Comment down below what time y'all do think we ran. It is the fastest time the Colorado has ever went. So that is a huge accomplishment for us, for all the work that we have put in, and see it finally get closer to that goal that we have set. So again, thanks guys. Like and subscribe, and we'll see y'all in the next one.